Hi, this is Mike Trigg, author of the novel Bitflip. Welcome to the latest episode of the Bitflip Virtual Book Tour. This is a very special episode because it is the only one that takes place outside of Northern California. I'm in Lima, Ohio, the hometown of the protagonist, Sam Hughes, that he visits in chapters 9 through 11 in the book. I should note that this town is correctly pronounced Lima, Ohio, not Lima, like the city in Peru. My home state of Wisconsin does this same spelling, different pronunciation thing a lot too. It's Berlin, Wisconsin, not Berlin, Wisconsin. Founded in 1831, Lima is a town of about 35,000 people, located about 90 miles northwest of Columbus, Ohio. Now, I hadn't visited Lima prior to writing it into the novel, but I saw it as very representative of some of the challenges that a lot of Rust Belt cities have experienced over the last several decades. The initial growth in this area happened thanks to a not well-known oil boom in northwest Ohio. Oil was discovered in Lima in 1895, and at its peak of production of 20 million barrels a year, it was the largest oil producer in the entire country. After the initial wealth of that oil boom, the city went on to become a major railroad hub and then manufacturing center in the early 1900s through to the 1950s and 60s. That era of prosperity is evident in the ornate buildings and mansions that were built during that time, many of which had fallen into a state of disrepair. The city grew quickly through the mid-20th century, but it ultimately peaked around 1970 with a population of 54,000 people. That year there was a massive oil spill forcing widespread evacuation and a lot of civil unrest in the area. And the population's really declined ever since, from 54,000 in 1970 to about 34,000 today. Over that time, dozens of manufacturing businesses shut down and the city lost thousands of jobs. That created an economic downward spiral. Lost jobs meant fewer residents, that meant fewer customers for local businesses, and that led to a decline in real estate value, particularly after the 2008 financial crisis. As happened in a lot of Midwestern towns, suburban development hollowed out the downtown. But those shopping malls and big box stores are struggling now too, and many storefronts here are vacant. The only businesses that really seem to be thriving are healthcare companies, fast food companies, and retailers that sort of target underprivileged populations. Despite these economic challenges, Lima has a lot of civic pride and remains a commercial and cultural center for the entire region. Some of my favorite scenes take place during these chapters in Ohio. Sam starts out by visiting the Alibi Lounge, a real dive bar that unfortunately has since gone out of business, but is only about a block away from here. Sam and his brother reminisce about their time together at Lima High School, which is less than a mile away. And then Sam visits his dad at their struggling equipment rental business that Sam has harbored guilt about not taking over his entire life. Next episode, I'll be back in San Francisco visiting Fort Mason at the northernmost tip of the San Francisco Peninsula. So I invite you to continue on the journey of this virtual book tour of Bitflip.